So I was reading an article this past week that I thought really struck a nerve for me, and I've included in the links down below so that you can actually read it yourself. It's from Business Insider, and the positioning on this is how the smartphone really revolutionized the way that we look at computing, because obviously you've gone from having a phone to having an actual full computer in your pocket at any given moment. But what was interesting about the positioning of the article was this focus on the idea of it being the last of the old, that this smartphone is essentially the last time we're going to have a traditional computer in the way that we think of computing. And if you think about the kinds of devices that are coming up now, where the Internet of Things is driving it, it's a horrible buzzword, but it gives that concept to it, where you have smart things that are now becoming computers at some level on their own. Smart watches, smart displays, smart smart panels, smart devices that focus on a particular computing task versus doing all things. They are not generalists. And then having the devices work together. That we're moving into an era where management technologies are going to move away from these very simple, very complicated devices and having less of them, to having many more devices that are much more specialized in their function. So for example, you wouldn't be focusing on managing an all-in-one device like a computer or a phone, but instead you're going to be managing something like a smart thermostat or a security system or a particular camera or an intelligent device. Say it's a commercial refrigerator, or it's the medical equipment that is used for a particular device. You're going to be managing all of these various kinds of devices. And so it's really interesting to think of the amount of stuff that is essentially becoming a specialized computing device. Think about cars and the evolution of cars over time. Either in the 50s and 60s and into the 70s, you could manage your own car. You could do all of the maintenance on it yourself. Today it's all computer controlled, and you can't actually do that much management on it by yourself because you don't have the diagnostic tools. Our computing is moving much the same way. Of course, a car is a specialized device. You're going to now have these specialized Internet of Things devices that are intelligent, that are smart, that are computing devices all their own, but they're highly specialized. So if you think from a computing perspective, that what the smartphone revolution has really done for us is change the paradigm by being the last of the old. It is the last of this breed of technology. I think the article is a great read. I really encourage you to take a look at it, because it'll start shifting your way of thinking about management and the challenges of management going forward. And I think as solution providers, it's important for us to be thinking about what kind of management tasks are going to be asked to do in the next 1, 2, and 5 years. Here's a good insight into the kinds of devices you're going to be doing management of in the future.